viewers. When This Week mentioned the good, the bad and the ugly, I thought they just meant Chucker, Andrew and Michael over on the sofa. But it looks like the stage is set for a merciless showdown, and I better be on my guard. There's a ruthless blonde on the loose. Over at the Conservative Party conference, the Chancellor was keen to prove that the Tories are no cowboys when it comes to the economy.
So just in case anyone, anywhere in the world was in any doubt at all, let me say it loud and clear. The Conservative Party is and always will be the party of business.
Welcome to the Moonshine Saloon.
Got any blue nun?
Look, no, this ain't a church, lady, this is a saloon. You shouldn't be beating up nuns black and blue, I'll tell you that.
Good thing I brought my own then, isn't it? Get me a glass. Well, according to Spreadsheet Phil, we'll go on drinking this vintage no matter what happens with Brexit. The Chancellor had already warned that his former colleague turned outlaw wasn't grown up enough to be PM, and he used his conference speech to warn of the dangers of a hard Brexit.
Whatever the outcome, Europe will remain firmly anchored just a few miles off the coast of Kent. So, come what may, I predict we are going to go on drinking their wine. The second fact is economic. Europe remains by far our biggest market.
But Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt preferred some Wild West-style diplomacy, launching an all-guns-blazing attack on the EU for their handling of Brexit.
The EU was set up to protect freedom. It was the Soviet Union that stopped people leaving. And the lesson from history is clear. If you turn the EU club into a prison, the desire to get out of it won't diminish, it'll grow, and we won't be the only prisoner that will want to escape.
But the anger in Strasbourg was palpable.
I only want to quote the former Foreign Minister of Poland, Radosław Sikorski. He said, "Please, Mr. Hunt, show us the Gulag. Please, Mr. Hunt, show us the Soviet Union army troops in your country. Please show us the Stasi system in your country." So Sikorski is right, Mr. Hunt, you should apologize for what you said.
And then the outlaw returned from a field of wheat, ready for a humiliating attack. It wasn't quite a showdown at the OK Corral, but Boris Johnson knows there are some things that the Prime Minister just can't run away from.
What the Chequers' proposals show is that the United Kingdom, for all its power and might, was unable, ultimately, to take back control. Do not believe that we can somehow get it wrong now if we bottle Brexit now. Believe me, the people of this country will find it hard to forgive. This is the moment to chuck Chequers.
Maybe this is what he meant by bottling Brexit. Firing another round, the outlaw warned his faithful not to risk an ambush by Labour.
We can take on this Tony Benn tribute act and wallop it for 6. Not by imitating them, not by capering insincerely on Labour turf. We won't get anywhere by metaphorically acquiring beards. They want to clobber business with new taxes, with kind of workers' Soviets on the board. They would wreck the economy. They would drive away investment.
Some people liked his swagger.
It shows how popular he is, how charismatic he is, and how powerful the Brexit argument is, and that's very helpful for the Prime Minister to see that so clearly, because Chequers really is a blind alley. The EU doesn't seem to like it, the Eurosceptics don't like it, the Europhiles don't like it, and the Labour Party doesn't like it. The question is, does the Downing Street cat still like it?
Meow. Having first declined to comment on her nemesis, the PM changed her tune.
Well, first of all, there's one thing we all know about Boris, is that he'll put on a good show. There are one or two things that Boris said that I am cross about. He wanted to tear up our guarantee to the people of Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is part of the United Kingdom.
But the chatter in the saloons in Brum was still all about the PM's worthiness to lead her party after Brexit. and a couple of her own MPs submitted a letter of no confidence to the party's backbench committee. But it didn't stop the Maybot dancing onto stage for her big moment. And she had a message for her Chequers critics, although without actually mentioning the C word.
Those of us who do respect the result, whichever side of the question we stood on 2 years ago, need to come together now. If we don't, if we all go off in different directions in pursuit of our own visions of the perfect Brexit, we risk ending up with no Brexit at all. The people we serve are not interested in debates about the theory of Brexit. Their livelihoods depend on making a success of it in practice. A Brexit that might make Britain stronger 50 years from now is no good to you if it makes your life harder today.
Her speech, more confident than a year ago, also included some policy announcements, including more money for councils to build social housing, and a pretty big pledge conditional on a successful Brexit.
Because you made sacrifices, there are better days ahead. So when we've secured a good Brexit deal for Britain, at the spending review next year, we will set out our approach for the future. Debt as a share of the economy will continue to go down. Support for public services will go up. Because a decade after the financial crash, people need to know that the austerity it led to is over and that their hard work has paid off.
Well, looks like the PM made it through conference season, and I've made it through my Wild West adventure too.
No, you ain't, City Slicker. You ain't paid.